welcome. Welcome to my video. My name's Sean Fletcher, if you're new to this channel. Um, Basically, what I'm doing here is I am building my lifestyle or freedom business in real time and basically utilizing all of the things that I've learned in the past 15 years from sort of identity transformation and marketing and sort of systems and processes. And I'm using all of that information and all those things to then create this lifestyle business. And then with being able to do this in real time, sort of documenting the process, and then with this could help you kind of do the same thing with the things that you're into or passionate or have been working on. So in today's video, I wanted to go over sort of the roadmap that I've created after, those 15 years of like sort of this metaphysics and identity transformation, and then years and years of marketing, and sort of packaged it up into this like roadmap that I want to kind of get into in this video today. And so, so we can kind of just get into it. Basically, what I'm seeing and what has really sort of affected me over the years is that there's so much content to be that's being produced, and it's just like, I get it, you have to make content in order to sort of grow your business. I actually had a business of my own, a marketing agency, and it lasted for about 2 years. And not to really get into it this video, but it essentially failed because I didn't have enough sales and marketing. I was working in the business, not on the business, right? And so a lot of mistakes, and I'm essentially doing it, redoing it here, and sort of documenting it in this channel. And so, with that being said, this roadmap is to build your lifestyle business so you can have the time freedom, you can have the location freedom, and then you can have also the freedom of sort of creative expression. You can work on the things that energize you and fulfill you. And so, like I said earlier, I'm seeing the issue is that there's so much content being consumed and not enough implementation. And what I've really come to realize is that, and I'm speaking for myself, is that I didn't have a project to work on. I was constantly consuming all this information, and I was like researching things that I didn't really even knew that even I had a problem with. It's like, in my mind now, moving forward, it's like, if I need to learn something, it's because I'm actually doing the thing, and it's like, oh, I don't really know how to do that. Let me go and look at how to do that real quick, and then implement that learning immediately, and then put it into the business, right? And so, with that being said, it's like having that, always consuming, no project, but with this roadmap, it kind of forces you into having a project to work on. And so, just looking at my notes, making sure I didn't miss anything. I basically just sort of discovered that as I sort of was going through my life and working on tugboats for over 10 years and realizing I didn't want to do that. And so that was part of the sort of the transition, the foundation. And so that's phase one of this roadmap is the foundation. And I'll get into like the details of it, but since I'm already bringing up phase one, I'll kind of just go through the other phases. But so phase one is the foundation. Phase two is your content system. Phase three is your community building, and then phase four is the monetizing your business, monetizing everything, right? And so this will be a little high level, but the good thing is that I'll have everything in the community, the unconventional path. You're more than welcome to join. Link will be in the description. It'll be somewhere, and you can come and hang out, introduce yourself, and kind of go from there. But so 4 foundations. So four phases. The first phase is foundation, which is sort of understanding who you are, understanding who you want to be, and like sort of transitioning into that new frequency, that new state of consciousness or identity, right? Understanding your why and your mission. Why are you doing these things? What do you stand for, right? Foundation. Phase two is your content system. And so, with the experience that I've had working with these multi-million-dollar sports brands and other brands, but also other agencies, and learning these like systems and processes that they've done that have worked and didn't work. And so I've sort of gathered all that information and experience and sort of packaged it up for myself. And that's why I'm here today, is building this in real time. And so, how to set up your approach, your setup here, really affordable. Like, I'm literally using a $19 stand and my phone, right? And I got this like 100 years ago or something like that, but it's just this like recorder thing. It works. I already had it, so I'm going to use it, right? And so content system, having some sort of calendar of some sort of system in place so you can come up with ideas and know when to record, know when to edit, stuff like that, right? Content system. And then the next phase is your community building. And so what really sort of helped me when it comes to the community building was actually having the actual platform ready to go. And so luckily, I'm using School. School is really amazing. I love Sam Ovens. I have learned from him years. I think I first discovered him back in 2015. I bought his consulting course back in the day, and his mindset module is just profound. And that's the kind of stuff that I was able to utilize and sort of build this, right. And so what I found that worked really well for me was just having the community. Even if you already know the people, just tell them about it, and then that way you have something tangible. And so that was what was really helpful for me. And then the way I like to conceptualize a community is really, I would say the difference between an audience and an actual community would be, an audience is like, I think of the person at the top, and then there's people under you. That's sort of an audience, right? And then you have the community where you are the center, but then you have people around you and through you, and it's just like kind of a group, right? And so that's how I kind of conceptualize having a community, and I like that better. I feel like it's more of a, collaborative sort of group rather than just like I'm on the top, not really into that stuff like that. But anyways, and then the last phase is is to monetize. And so really with any kind of business, you really need sales and marketing. And this is marketing. This is what we'd call like organic marketing. I'm not paying ads or anything like that, right? And so you have your free content, you produce, and that's where the content system comes in. So you're consistent, and it's sustainable, and it's just part of what you do. So then you have this consistent content being like coming in, and it's like full of value, and it's free. And so not only is it free, great value content, but it also builds trust with people, right? And so you have your free content, and then what happens is that you build trust, and then you could essentially build out a few like implementation tools. So let me back up. So basically, you have you give your stuff away for free. You have all of your good stuff, because it's really difficult these days with AI to just like try and sell your information, because at the end of the day, you can find everything that I'm saying in books, in videos, and it's just kind of my own experience, but you can find it, right? And so the thing that people pay for is the implementation, and specifically the personalization. And so you have your low ticket, which could be a sort of documentation of some sort. It could be some elements to a tool. So like if you're using a tool called, like, let's say Notion or Airtable, and you have some templates, if you will, and it actually helps them, sort of go through the process, implement your roadmap. That's and you can sell it for $7, $15, low ticket. And then you have your high ticket, which is your more sort of personalization coaching, and that's higher ticket. That's one-on-one coaching or one-to-many coaching, and so that's really the gist or the idea behind this roadmap is like having these pieces together, and then it kind of forces you into having a project. So once you have a project, then you just start kind of following the roadmap naturally. And then if something comes in, like if something comes up and you don't really know how to do it, you are specific on what you're having an issue with. You can just look it up, do the thing, and then get back to what you're doing. You don't have to constantly just read and not and not actually implement a business for yourself. And so that's essentially it. And so yeah. Like I said, the Unconventional Path is my community. You can check it out. It's free. Would love to see you in there. Introduce yourself. We can have a chat and hang out. So, yeah, I'm going to cut it off there. Later.